hello, it's me, f.o.o initials. Okay, so basically, still doing some arts and craft, and the poison gas holes are still closed there, squashing my eyebrows. So, anyway, so let's get on to that, yeah? So it looks like the corrupt have illegally stolen the house and pretend to be workmen or electrician. They're putting poison gas holes, all the sockets, everything attached to the wall, the sink, the drains, the plugs. Last night I was just using my glue gun. They came into, I was arts and crafting my abacus and other videos, see? And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm being poison gas still. Yeah, did that, and start using the glue gun around, and then make it a game changer. I've got to do the cupboards today. And this is not around the gaps because it's behind the cupboards. If you open the cupboard, sting here, poison gas, bending my eyes, okay? So anyway, so then it works, so like I've said before, like the housing benefit, yeah, like most of the houses, like 90% or more of the houses in London or most cities are council, it seems. So then the council houses, yeah, they've said, oh, they'll be electric, they'll build it, and they stole it. They stole the council, whoever they put on, stole the houses. Yeah, and then they're trying to claim them all abandoned by saying, oh, they're stanking people out, they've killed them, they've this and that. And they said some of the group are prepared to sacrifice, but they all got to be arrested, sacrifice to go to jail. I mean, no, because right now, they're probably in court, they're in perjury, it's like 2:05 or something. Yeah, about 2:05, they're probably doing perjury. Like doing identity fraud, the other unqualified badge, this, that, should have arrested a long time ago, warrant for arrest yourself. Okay, warrant checks, there's no ID and qualification to the judge to say the judge is going to put forward the right, no city ransom, sometimes stop nuclear bomb threats as well. Just saying, you're illegally trying to bomb the place, they were under arrest. Yeah, and they seem to be living in the sewer. That's what they're doing, the stink up as well. So anyway, in the world sewers, yeah. I don't want to go on about finding them being incestors as well. They tried to raid a huge army of incestors living in attics. That's stinking times. The incestors in the attic behind there. Once they've been found kissing cousins, kissing brothers, it's like, to the attic. to the basement. And then they become Akid and the Guns. Akid. And let alone the hermaphrodites as well, if that's the disability of this and that. And it's in the search. I showed it on the other video. I was like, who are all these millions of workers? Where they come from? And then the gay, the terrorists, because all the sadomasochistic put torture on, all the incest and all this, that, like how they know each other DNA and how they're a tight-knit group as a crime syndicate. So then, it just turns out that there's 2%, I came across a statistic, 2% of America are incestors, 340 million Americans. I mean, 6.8 million hermaphrodites. On the EastEnders map, that'll be like more than half, 3/4. If we're only 8 million people, like, inside it. That's why I'm stinking out the house. Yeah, did that. Okay. But it turns out they can impregnate. It seems that it's on the American news here and there. People leaning up against the wall like, bam, hermaphrodite. They only found out there was a hermaphrodite when they was 18 or like 20. How you tell? You know, so let's leave that there. So anyway, so they've been trying to steal the houses, and it works like things like this. Everybody's entitlement, yeah, like to housing, you're born there and that, and plus you're supposed to be reporting the law and that, what's the cost of a policeman, and then the draft, there's a war they expect you to fight or stay and help, you know, even in the background program. But they said they got a military, but in case of this emergency, and they ain't free. They ain't free to class people this and that, and then things like that, then you also get the economy, like shopkeepers saying, oh, instead of running around the world, they say like, bam, you're right there in a group. But because land's so cheap, people are entitled to at least live under a tree or live like what you did in that. That's why you get a house. And plus the war thing and reporting crime. So anyway, that's why you get a house. And then when they try to build one, because the prices of a house is just a small house, 20 by 20 foot, by 20, even 2 levels higher, and then 22 cars wide, 2 cars long. The bricks, layers, windows, in there, all works at £25. And that's an RRP, like a home base where it's being cute prices. Yeah. So anyway, and land is, the government sells it 3,500 to 5,000. So therefore, you can build 100 of them houses of 20 by 20 and still have some space. Because that's 40 foot. 40,000 foot. An acre is 43,000 foot. They're selling them for 3,500 to 5,000 in England. Ireland was doing some for 500. America does from 2,000 to 10,000. And you can fit over 100 of them houses, or 40 foot, 4 cars long. If you can fit 4 cars in front of your doorway side by side, behind, that's 40 foot. And still going 2 foot high, where that will fit 50 houses in that acre. So why you get long acres, square acres, round acres, L-shaped acres, and all stuff like that. So then, so the government every 5 months here to the rent if it's $250. Oh, and then they're overpricing the house. Yeah, like what is low income that if the city is 90%. Low income housing, council housing. Yeah, it's supposed to be like £70 affordable that they're getting off of this and that. Yeah, plus the houses you're overdancing them. Yeah, it ain't New York, city skyline. Yeah, okay. And then, but you get the fact that it's second hand as well. Some of them are second hand. Yeah, and what renovation, like, and then even think the upkeep, the cost of painting, insurance. But let's quickly. So, if the house is, they say £55, but right to buy, that's 5 years housing benefit. And then say to keep them paying for 10 years, 6 years, 7 years, it's cheaper for them to buy it and even give it away. To like, instead of saying, oh, they're going to pay in 10 years, like how long you live, in 10 years that you're going to be how many houses worth they would have bought. So in 10 years it would have been 2 houses if it's £55, because if it's £10,000 a year, 5 years, it was £55. So in 15 years, just say you started with 20, by the time you're 35, you're still in this and that, they would have bought 3 houses. If by the time you're 40, 4 houses. By the time you're 50, 6 houses. Yeah, but so, and then you get jobs and this and that factor, and that building the house, yeah, like what's cheap and this and that, like laying down bricks and that when it comes down to it, like stacking books in librarian. Yeah, and it's minimal wages and yeah, it's minimal wage. Yeah, and then minimum wage and up, even time and a half, this and that, like to the value of the house and this and that. You do the maths, yeah, it's still very, very cheap. It's so cheap, yeah, that like, that the acres for £5,000, which will be like 6 months rent, yeah, let's say, or 5 months, or £1,000, this and that, and the house benefit would equal an acre. And then to all the houses that are cancelled and say how many times they collected the house and benefit, how many acres they bought or this and that, you know, stuff like that. And then how many houses are supposed to be built when they say, oh, you're supposed to be building houses and this and that. So then, to the land and acres and stuff, yeah.